Good morning and welcome to my channel. I'm going to take you through a quick morning sequence to stretch out your body and get you ready for the day ahead. So start making your way into a seated position and let's have the left leg in front of your right. Enjoy the class. So come into a comfortable seat, pressing the sitting bones to the floor. Bring your shoulders all the way up towards your ears, all the way back, and just let them melt down your spine. With your eyes closed, just take a 3 breaths exactly as you are. Taking a deep long inhale through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Let it all out. 2 more like that. Inhaling, finding more length through the spine. On the exhale, let it all out. 1 more like that. Take a deep breath in. Big breath out. Keeping the shoulders nice and heavy. Your eyes closed as you start bringing your left ear to your left shoulder. So we just start warming up and waking up the neck. Start bringing your chin towards your armpit. Chin towards your chest. Go really, really slow, exploring every single part of the neck. Bring your right ear to your right shoulder. And then going the same way down, ear to your shoulder, chin to your chest. Keep the breath going in and out through the nose. Pause wherever you feel a little sensation, a little tight, sweet spot. 1 more like that. Ear to your shoulder, chin to your chest. Nice big half circle. Keeping the thighs nice and heavy. And then bring your head back through the center. Next time, inhale, spread the fingertips wide and start reaching the arms all the way up to the sky. Reach up, look up, palms facing one another, reach as high as you can. And then we're taking the fingertips of your left hand down to the floor as your right arm reaches up and over. Take a nice big side body stretch here. Keep pressing the right sitting bones firmly to the floor. Expanding through the right side of the body. Take another deep breath here. Look up as we guide in the right elbow to go back and behind us. Maybe look up if your neck is ready. Bring it back through the center on the inhale. Left arm reaches. We're finding more length through both of the sides of your body. And on the exhale, fingertips of your right hand finds the floor as the left comes up and over, keeping the bicep nice and close to your ear. And again, we guide in the elbow to go back. To open up through the left side of the body, pressing the left sitting bones and the left thigh nice and heavy to the earth. Bring it back through the center. Again, both of your arms up. Every time you reach up, try to find more length. Look up, chin up. And on the exhale, left arm reaches forwards as the fingertips of your right hand are reaching back. And we're coming into the gentle twist. Placing the left palm on the top of your right thigh. Open up your chest. And then just casually looking over that right shoulder. Start bringing the right ear towards your right shoulder. So we're stretching through the left side of your neck. You might feel the stretch all the way to the tip of that shoulder. Use the fingertips of your right hand to press into the floor so we keep the spine really straight and long. Bring it back through the center on inhale. Reaching the arms a little bit higher. And then the right palm finds the top of your left thigh. And the fingertips of your left hand just finds the floor behind you, whatever that feels comfortable for you. Try not to force your body into the twist. And tilting the left ear to your left shoulder to expand through the right side of your neck. Closing the eyes. And back through the center. On inhale, we reach up again. Maybe this time palms touch one another. And on the exhale, we bring it all the way down. So reach towards the floor, right in front of you, and maybe walking the hands further forward if you have more space. As we shuffle the sitting bones back, so creating a length through the lower part of the spine, pressing the sitting bones to the floor, and start walking your hands forward. Tuck your chin towards your chest, but keep the length in your spine. Maybe the forehead finds the floor. And then release, slide the fingertips back in towards you, and we straighten the left leg out to the side. Come into the comfortable seated position, adjust where needed as we press in the back of your heel to the floor. Start sliding the left arm down your left leg. Right arm reaches up and over, and again we press in the right thigh, and the right sitting bones to the floor as we find more length through the right side of the body. Look up, taking the elbow back and away from you. And place the right palm right on the outside of the right thigh. Scoop the fingertips of your left hand forward as we lift the hips off the floor and we open up into the front body. Look up, reach all the way back behind you. Send the hips forward, gently activating the glutes. Beautiful side as well as the front of your body stretch. And bring it all the way down to the floor, back into the seated position. Now turn your body towards your left leg, flex the foot again as we just fold over your left leg into a nice big passive stretch here. You might find a nice release through the right side of the lower back, all the way towards that left hip, right hip, as well as the back of your left leg. As it's the morning, take it a little bit easier. Try not to force your body into the limits. Just let your body fall, wherever that feels good. Start walking your hands back through the center. Reach forwards. And then bring the fingertips back in towards you. Before we do the other side, slide the right foot in as we cross in the ankle over the right thigh. Maybe move the right foot further away from you so we can keep both of your sitting bones on the floor. Fingertips of your left hand is down. Right arm reaches up. And we hug in the left thigh in towards us into a gentle twist. Try to keep both of your sitting bones down on the floor. Spine tall. Now let's try the other side. Coming out of the twist, and let's bring the right leg in front of your left. Come into that comfortable seat. Bringing both our arms up again. Reach up, look up, maybe palms to touch. And on the exhale, we bring the fingertips to the floor and walking the hands forward. Again, maybe bring the sitting bones back. So finding more space around the lower part of the spine and your hips. Soften into your elbows and start folding over. Thighs heavy. Head and your shoulders nice and loose. And just start sending your breath all the way down to the lower part of the spine. Let the gravity to take over as we breathe into that sensation. Start walking your hands back in towards you. And we straighten the right leg. Coming into a little half straddle split, flexing that foot, sitting up tall, and slide your right palm down your thigh, maybe reaching towards that shin. Left arm reaches up and over. Big, big, big side body stretch here. Such a great way to start your day. See if you can open up the chest just a little bit more. Guiding the right shoulder, right elbow to go back as we bring the left shoulder forward. And then back through the center. Left palm comes all the way down to the floor. Sweep your right fingertips all the way forward as we lift the hips. Expand that chest. Maybe look up or reach back. Open up into the front body, gently activating the glutes as we send in the hips forward. And bring it all the way down, back into the seated position. So we're going over your right leg. So chest is right on the top of the right leg as we start walking your hands forwards. Again, bit of a passive stretch here. Doesn't matter how low we are, doesn't matter how far you are. Just let your body be completely heavy. Good. And start walking your hands through the center. Reach all the way forward. And slide your hands back in. Come into the twist on the other side. So we slide in the right foot and cross it over your left thigh. Find the top of your sitting bones to sit on. Fingertips of your right hand comes back down to the floor as your left arm reaches up. And we hug in the right thigh in towards the chest. As we can then twist and look gently over the right shoulder. Both of your sitting bones stays heavy on the floor. Your chest is lifted. So think about lengthening your spine. Lengthen your neck as we keep open up into your chest and bringing the shoulders down and back. Find a breath here. And release. Coming out of that twist, and let's make your way into a tabletop all fours, where we're stacking the shoulders over your wrists. Knees underneath your hips, spread the fingertips wide and start moving through your cat and cow. Close your eyes as we pay attention to every single part of the spine. On the inhale, we send the tailbone back and up. Belly button drops down to the floor, expand that chest, broaden through the collarbones, open up the heart. And as you exhale, we're tucking the chin in. Round through the upper back, one vertebra at a time, and then gently activate your glutes as we send the hips forward, big rounded spine. 3 more like that. In your own time, with your own breath. One of the nicest ways to start your day, to wake up and warm up the spine. Make the movement as big as you can. Last one here. And then bring the spine back into the neutral. Curl your toes under. Press the palms to the floor and just start lifting the hips up and back into a first downwards facing dog. Keeping the knees slightly bent, just take the dog for a walk by pressing the heels to the floor one leg at a time. Give your body a bit of a freedom to move here. Moving hips from one side to another, stretching the legs one leg at a time, pressing the palms to the floor, moving into your neck here as well. So tuck your chin in, little yes, little no. Just noticing how the back of your legs are feeling, how the spine is feeling this morning. Taking a last breath here, soften into your knees, press the tailbone just a little bit higher. And then with your knees slightly bent, start walking your hands to your feet. Bend your knees as much as you need to, so we rest in the chest on the top of your thighs. Bring your torso on the top of your thighs. And coming into the ragdoll pose. Take hold onto the opposite elbows as we sway from side to side. Your knee stays bent and we decompressing the spine. Lose that into your neck and your shoulders. Just let your body dangle from one side to another. Driving the elbows all the way down to the floor. And then bring it into the stillness for an extra breath. Partially open up your lips. We take a deep breath in. Breath out. Start placing the palms to the floor. Walk your hands all the way forward. Back into the tabletop, all fours. From your tabletop, press the tops of your feet to the floor, spine in a neutral position. Belly button goes in. Right arm reaches up nice and high to the sky. See if we can stack the shoulders on the top of one another. Spreading the fingertips wide. And then we bring it all the way down into a thread the needle pose. Reaching the fingertips of your right hand away from us. Right cheek and your right shoulder finds the floor. Maybe stay here today. Or start walking the fingertips of your left hand all the way forward. So we're creating that length through the left side of your body. Take your hips back. So we're keeping the hips at the top of your knees. Crawling the fingertips of your left hand all the way forward as we may be looking up from underneath the left armpit. Slide your left palm back in towards your head. Press. And let's make our way into a child's pose. Sit down onto your heels. Straighten both of your arms. Crawl the fingertips forward. Press the palms to the floor. So we're trying to find a big long spine here. Pressing the sitting bones all the way down to your heels. Lift the forearms off the floor. Lift the elbows off the floor as we press the fingertips down. Forehead comes down and we think about the length of the spine. Fingertips are crawling forward at the same time as we're trying to sit all the way back. Separate your shoulder blades. With your forehead still touching the floor, bring your palms together. Elbows closer towards one another. As we bend the elbows and bringing the thumbs towards the back of your head. Then maybe take your elbows further forward for a deeper upper back stretch. Waking up those triceps as well. Release. Place your palms back onto the floor and we slide the hands in towards your knees into a kneeling position. So your knees are as wide as your hips. Link your fingers. Send the palms forward and away from you as you round through the upper back. And we're really sending the spine back and away from us. Scooping up the belly. Gently squeezing into the glutes. Tuck your chin in. Start bringing the arms all the way up to the sky, finding that length through the spine. Reach the arms up, maybe look up, maybe a little yawn here. And then start bringing the arms all the way back, nice big backstroke. Link your fingers at the back and expand that chest even more. Belly button goes in and we're sending the thumbs away from the sitting bones, squeezing the shoulder blades together. From here, start walking hands all the way forward, back into the tabletop. Spine is in neutral, knees underneath your hips. We take the left arm up, reach up, 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 open up that chest. And on the exhale, the left arm goes through. So the left cheek and your left shoulder finds the floor. And then your right palm, either keep it there or start walking the fingertips of your right hand all the way forward. Straightening through the right side of the body. Feel a nice big release around the upper part of the spine. One more deep breath. And then keep your right palm at the front. Lift your left hand off the floor, look forward. Left palm joins the right and we're coming into the puppy pose, heart to earth pose. So tuck your tailbone under. Walk your hands forward and bring the forehead down. Maybe lifting the palms off the floor, so just keeping the fingertips pressed to the floor as we're creating that length again. Your spine is long, belly button goes in. Try not to arch into your lower back here. So we're tucking the tailbone under so the lower back is really long. Start walking your hands back in towards you. Lift the head off the floor, back into the tabletop. We curl the toes under and we lift up into a downwards facing dog. This time we're keeping in a stillness. Soften into your knees, send the tailbone just a little bit higher. Press the heels closer to the floor. Separate your shoulder blades and we actively pressing the palms to the floor to create a length in the spine. Step your feet just a little bit wider, maybe as wide as your mat, a little bit closer towards you. We'll bring this into a nice little twist. You can still keep your knees slightly bent and keep the same position of your down dog. We slide the right palm across your mat and reaching towards your left big toe. Maybe this is where we stay. Maybe we can grab the thigh, maybe the calf, maybe the outer edge, outside of that leg, of the ankle. Pull yourself through and maybe look out from underneath the left armpit. Keeping the hips square. Back through the center. Right palm finds the floor as your left arm slides across your mat. And again, go as far as you can. Maybe just reaching towards the big toe. Maybe the right ankle. Wherever you are with it. Start bring this into a lovely twist. Keeping the hips as they are. Body long. And then back through the center. And just turn the toes out and heels in. Bend your knees as we start walking the hands in towards your feet. And here we are in a low squat. So taking the feet nice and wide. Keeping the fingertips on the floor for now as we bring a bit of a movement into those hips. Open up your chest and then see if we can lift the fingertips off the floor and bring the palms together into your heart center. Carry it with a gentle movement. Finding the length again in that spine. Expand your chest. Open up your heart forward and bring your low squat into a stillness. If you prefer to slide a block underneath your sitting bones, you can bring it here. We open up the chest and we send in the tailbone down and under. Close your eyes. We got 3 breaths here. Just finding a beautiful opening through the hips. Great pose to start your day with. And I like to move into my neck here a little bit. So if you feel your neck needs more of a loving, bring it here. Chin to your chest. Ear to your shoulders. One more deep breath. And place the fingertips to the floor. Let's make our way into a seated position, butterfly sit. Bringing the soles of your feet together. Again, finding the top of your sitting bones to sit on. Slide your heels nice and close towards you. Open up the chest and then lean forwards. If your knees are quite high up here, absolutely fine. Maybe just resting the forearms on the top of your thighs. Leaning forwards and bring a bit of a circle motions here. Last bit of a movement, bit of a stretch. Before we hit the day, before we start the day. Closing in the eyes. Any movements, any stretches, whatever your body needs right now, bring it here. Finding a movement from the lower part of the spine to the middle back, to the back of your shoulders and all the way up to your neck. Change direction, going to the other side. Round all the way back. And then see if you can bring the chest a little bit more forward. Last 2 breaths. Slowly bringing the movements into the stillness. Start walking your hands forwards. Forehead down. And just let your body fall. Nice and heavy. No need to reach anywhere. We're not looking for a shape. It's all about just finding the quietness, the stillness. And start making your way back up into a seated position. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. And I hope you will join me again very soon for a morning practice. Any questions, just comment below. Let me know how you find the session. And have an amazing day. Thank you. Bye-bye.